My name is Steve Stevens, the best sports consultant money can buy. I make more money betting sports than anybody in the world. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie, I'm the Bookie Killer.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. The game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, cause all I pick is winners. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks, money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. You're tuned into the VIP Sports Podcast. I'm Darren Otero, a.k.a. Steve Stevens, the Bookie Killer. Sitting here with my co-host, the Big Skipper, Vice President of Operations. Good morning, Skip.
Happy fucking New Year, Steve Stevens. How are you?
Good, man. Happy New Year to you.
Yes, sir.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into, our little New Year. We had a really good time, but it's kind of a tragic morning here in the United States. For all you people that don't know what's going on, we have some major military shit going on. The country is on high alert right now, which is a little bit more important than sports betting or anything else right now, considering that our lives are in danger. Skip, you've been listening to it the whole way this morning. What are your thoughts on what's going on with our country right now?
Well, you paint a somber picture, my friend. However, it's realistic. Wow. We're not a political podcast here, but we've decided in the beginning of this podcast, here on January 3rd, 2020, it looks like we have taken out the Iranian head of the military, one of the #1 terrorist leaders in the world, responsible for hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands, of American soldiers' deaths over in Iraq and Afghanistan. I don't pretend to know all the facts. I'm not an intelligent person. I'm an intelligent person.
Right, you're just not part of the intelligence of the United States government.
Correct.
I get what you're saying.
Correct. I'm not sitting there in the meetings. However, we apparently had some information that they were up to some shit again at our embassy in Iraq, and some shit was going down, and it looks like the United States government has taken out a few dangerous people, and Iran is threatening to retaliate. There's complete bedlam. And let's just hope that we got everything under control. I'm sure we do. We got great people, men and women in charge. And the reason why we're bringing this up is because we're in the information business here. We're in the know. We're in the sports betting world. But most importantly, we're Americans.
And I don't like that high alert shit. I tell you that right the fuck now.
And we support our troops. Our military's on high alert all over the world. It just so happens, ironically, Steve, tomorrow morning, the Armed Forces Bowl will be played.
Yes, it will.
How ironic is that? We just want to give a shout out mainly to our military, to all the brave and strong men and women out there that pull these missions off. God bless you. Be safe. And it's a crazy, crazy time in the world. And what a way to start 2020. Listen, we just wanted to give a shout out to the military. Bottom line, we know there's a lot of fucked up shit going on right now, Steve. And we want everyone to be safe. And they keep us safe.
I agree.
I don't know what else to say, but God bless the United States of America, and God bless our military, and we're thinking about you, and we want you to be safe. Everyone that watches this podcast knows I come from a military family. I'm not going to get into all that, but this is big time to me. It's in my heart. I'm an American, and I support the troops, and so does Steve, and we just wanted to give the military a shout out. We're on high alert right now, people. So in the meantime, let's put your fucking bookie on high alert in 2020 because he's about to get attacked as well.
That is a fact, like I said. But once again, I do support all the troops. I appreciate you guys for keeping us safe. All you people that are away from your family during the holidays, especially in this situation, we appreciate everything you do. And stay safe out there.
Amen, brother.
January 3rd, 2020, podcast number 248.
Wow.
Our show airs every Thursday normally. But we're releasing it today on Friday because Skip and I were a little tired from our New Year's Eve extravaganza.
To say the least.
The day before, I ended up at the Drake concert, got home about 7 in the morning. It was a fantastic night for Steve Stevens. Had a nice few tenderonis that I was dealing with, borderline orgy.
Nice.
And took us about 7 in the morning.
Nice.
When I'm in my jacuzzi and I look up and it's daylight, I was feeling vampirish.
That's a good night.
No, that's when it's time to bust your nut, wrap it up, get up in the house and curl under the sheets and call it a day.
Time to go home, girls.
Absolutely. Oh, yeah. You guys don't understand. It's 6 in the morning. Oh, I forgot. I got to work at 7.
Yeah, wake up the driver and say it's time to get the girls out.
Fuck the driver. I was on with Lyft immediately. You got to go.
Oh, you cheap fuck.
Yeah, no, I'm not a cuddler. You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit there and cuddle and tell you how much I love you and all that type of shit. I ain't got time for that.
So in today's world, you don't need a driver anymore. It's just Uber or Lyft those bitches right up out of here.
Just make sure you have a little charge to get Lyft. Make sure you got that Lyft account and a little bit of charge on your phone, and they'll get there immediately.
No disrespect to those women. Sorry.
No, absolutely not.
Sorry, I'm talking like that.
Had a fantastic time. Then on New Year's Eve, you just pretty much kicked it and hung out at the hotel, got fucked up, huh?
Yeah,
downtown, you did
pretty
your
much.
Downtown thing?
Did a lot of fucking Keno, did a lot of Crown Royal, and just had my normal good time, Stevens.
Brought 220 in with a fucking bang. But anyway, guys,
Well, it's 220. I'm glad you said that.
It's 2020, which is 2020 vision. And
Exactly.
That's exactly what I'm going to have for the entire year. Seeing things very clear, feel better than ever. Got the business fucking growing, working on the fucking new pilot for our show, which will be coming around March. And more importantly, Master Closer 101 for all you people out there that want to learn how to sell and be me rather than hate or put fake-ass comments in or want to be me. Well, fuck it. I'm going to show you how to be me, which is one of the best salesmen in the world. Then you back it up with games that actually win. Woo! You're in a no-lose situation at that point.
It's 2020, guys. It's time to see straight. Time to see straight. And
That should be the motto. 2020 clear vision.
It's time to see straight.
Goddamn right.
Sometimes, that's like we always say. Sometimes you got to lose an eye to see straight.
Sometimes you got to lose an eye to see clearly, and that's exactly what's happening.
I can see clearly now. The rain is gone.
I love it. Anyway, advertising opportunity, guys. If you're watching or listening to the podcast, you own a small business, interested in getting involved in this big, booming, trillion-dollar sports betting industry, get with us at advertising at VIPSportsLasVegas.com. We'll get back with you on how you can become a sponsor of the show.
Right.
Got a great show for you today, guys. We're going to do our Shame on You segment.
Wow.
We're going to do a poll question. We're going to recap all of the golden nuggets that we gave out last week. Wildcard weekend, by the way. College basketball in full effect. And for all of our clients out there that are with us, I think you guys already know about the NHL first period. Sides and totals, which are absolutely...
Hockey first period totals gold mine.
Yes, they are. You want to get a hold of us, 877-220-6540. If you're looking for a free sports pick, go to our website, VIPSportsLasVegas.com. If you're looking to just get a free pick and move on with your day, we're not your company. Only reason why we offer free picks is for you guys to get your feet wet, get a winner, and then sign up for our service. We're not in the business of giving things away. We're not a giveaway. We're a multi-million-dollar company where you purchase packages and make thousands, tens, and hundreds of thousands of dollars.
This is a business, and we make money, and you make money. It's as simple as that.
Well, it's real simple. If you don't get paid, we don't get paid.
Right.
Plain and fucking simple.
Right.
So you guys be careful when you just go buy a package on the internet. You don't talk to anybody one-on-one. I know in this day and age, everybody wants to send a text message. Nobody wants to answer the phone anymore. But in the business world, you have to have a relationship with someone to make money. I've never had an investment in my entire life that has just been all digital or all through social media that's been successful.
Correct.
You always have to have a business relationship, whether it's your stockbroker, consultant, whatever the fuck it is, your counselor. I mean, you're going to need somebody else to help you out to get that one-on-one.
I couldn't agree with you more.
If you're watching our podcast on YouTube, make sure you join that live chat that we do before the show. We'll be chopping it up with you guys to answer questions. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. When you click the subscribe button, make sure you also hit that bell to make sure you get alerted to everything that we do. 2020 is going to be a big year of content for me. I've been lazy for the last, few months and stuff like that. Stacked up a bunch of paper, just been living on it. But a true person like myself can never have enough. So I need to make my clients a ton of money this year, which means we're making a ton of money. You can listen to the VIP Sports Podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, Pocket Cast, or you could simply tell Alexa, play the VIP Sports Las Vegas podcast. Follow us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, VIP Sports LV. And if you don't want to call us, just direct message us would probably be the best way to get in touch if you guys want to do some business. What else, Skip?
I don't know. What else? Fucking absolute blowout winter merchandise?
Well, like I said, if you guys haven't got that absolute blowout winter merchandise by now and upped your swagger, make sure you go to the website, grab you one of those absolute blowout winter t-shirts. It's not just about gambling, it's a way of life. You got winners and losers. Which one are you?
I'm a winner. Let's get right into some NFL news, Steve Stevens.
Let's fucking do it.
Looks like the Dallas Cowboys have finally done it. They finally decided to move on from Jason Garrett. Last night, I guess they made the official decision.
Well, yeah, they fooled everybody. They said that Garrett was at the headquarters.
Yep.
Everything was going fine. They're going to get the team back focused. And then around 5 o'clock last night when we talked to each other, he got shit canned.
Bye-bye, Ginger.
See you, bud. Like I said, you can't hold any family grudges. I think Jerry Jones perceived Garrett as like a son because that's what he does with people. I mean, when you're 110 years old, everyone's your son. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, Jerry...
I want to be his fucking son.
I'd love to be his fucking son.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah, I do.
However, speaking of his son, that's who he needs to let run the fucking team. Jerry needs to step aside, let his son run this team, and take it in a complete different direction.
Not a bad idea. Jason Garrett went 85-67 as the head coach of the Dallas Cowboys.
But
problem is,
yeah, he just won only 2 playoff games in his last 10 fucking seasons.
yeah, I mean, when you're only winning 2 playoff games in 10 years,
And you're the #1 franchise in NFL?
it's time to go.
It definitely. So anyway, we're going to do our Shame on You segment.
It's hard to believe he was there 10 years. Is that
I know,
right?
it doesn't even seem right. Fucking A.
10 fucking years?
That's how old we are, bro.
And it seems like every year they were saying they were going to fire him.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he's been living under the gun the whole fucking time, so...
Well, this time he's gone.
Well, I don't
Moving
think
on.
he's hurting any. He's taking them fucking millions of dollars, heading back to the house and chilling for a while.
Absolutely.
I don't see him going to college football or anything like that. I see him being done.
I don't see him having Burger King for lunch.
No, not a
He's
fucking...
not looking at the $4 menu.
Yeah, no.
No.
So, the Shame on You segment, New Orleans Saints generously extended an invite to Antonio Brown to work out because they needed an extra wide receiver. They asked Brown not to bring an entourage with him. Guess what the result was?
He brought one.
Brown brought along an entourage, and Brown said the workout was a publicity stunt put on by the Saints organization. Antonio Brown,
Shame on you.
Motherfucker, they had good intentions of bringing you there, good intentions of working you out, and you ruined that too, you stupid fuck. If you would have just shut your fucking mouth, wore your fucking helmet, and did your job, you would be a motherfucking Las Vegas Raider next year, and probably the most popular person in NFL.
Well, in Vegas.
Instead, you're the biggest fucking joke right now.
In Vegas, for sure.
You know what I mean? And then ruin it with the Patriots as well. I mean, Brown, you're a superstar, but you're sure fucking things up. I can tell you that right now.
Shame on you, Antonio.
Speaking of NFL, let's move into a quick poll question, Skip. I'm going to ask you.
All right.
Tom Brady, Brett Favre, and Joe Montana, of course.
Joe Montana.
Yeah, Tony Montana's brother.
Okay.
Each earned a spot on the NFL's all-time greatest players list. Okay?
As well as they should.
Damn right they should. Here's the question. Which quarterback would you choose as your starter for a Super Bowl?
Joe Montana.
Joe Montana?
Yes.
I'm asking you guys, out of the 3, Brett Favre, Joe Montana, or Brady, who would you bring in as your Super Bowl starter? I would probably say Joe Montana with Brady being right there behind him.
Well, you got to make a decision.
If I made a decision, fuck it, give me Brady.
Yeah. I mean, he's a GOAT. I mean, you can't go wrong when you say Tom Brady.
Give me a Brady. But the difference of Brady and Montana, Montana gets out there and gets the job done right off the bat versus Brady's usually a second half guy. I'm the type of guy that wants to get the lead right off the bat and keep that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
There you go.
So Montana might be your dude. But I'll pick Brady. He's a superstar. He's proved it. He's mechanically all around, in my mind, the best. Now, Brett Favre, if you're going to war or you're playing in a military camp or you're playing outside, you give him a couple lower tabs or whatever, that guy will get the job done for you for sure. He's a beast, and he's no joke. But mechanically, he's just not.
So if I'm going to a street fight, I'm bringing Brett Favre.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
Tom Brady's running. Joe Montana don't got time for that shit. Brett Favre's ready to scrap.
Right. Well, I'm just a Brady hater. You know that.
Of course you. So,
I don't like.
guys, I'm asking you. You got your team in the Super Bowl. You have a choice of all 3 of these. What starter are you playing? Put a comment in and let us know because we want to know what you guys think. Let's do a recap of the golden nuggets that we gave out last week for all those people out there that just got absolutely paid for free.
Yeah, you and Paparazzi once again handed out golden nuggets last week. You told everybody about the Georgia game under.
Winner.
Oh, I was all over that as well.
Penn State game over.
Oh, what a blowout.
Winner.
What a blowout. Easy play on the over.
I also said I give Clemson the edge in that particular game. Guess what the result was as an underdog?
Clemson had the edge.
At Clemson winner.
Winner.
I said LSU dominated bowl teams and Oklahoma struggled. You know what the result was there.
Absolute blowout winner, LSU.
Guys, men lie, women lie, results don't. These are games and golden nuggets that we gave you on the podcast last week that all came through.
No wonder nobody called last week.
No shit. Well,
I mean, when you give out all these fucking games
we went
and they all win
99
and you don't charge anything, how the fuck do you expect them to call?
99 orders the week before. Last week we give out 11 out of 12 winners and 32 orders.
Yeah, I think there was.
So it makes us look good, but it doesn't help our bank account much. So I don't know. Do we keep giving out all this information or what do we do?
Are you serious? In one podcast, the under in the Georgia game. Winner.
One.
The over in the Penn State game. What was that over by halftime?
2.
Absolute blowout over the Nittany Lions.
Clemson winner. 3.
At Clemson winner. We said LSU dominated both
4
teams.
winner.
Oklahoma struggled. Absolute blowout winner on the LSU Tigers.
Notre Dame game under. 5 winners.
Winner.
Then we said the bulk bowl. We said everything points to the under, but I said be careful because when they play a team from each other's conference, they tend to go over.
Right.
The result, both teams combined for 67 points, went way over the 46 total.
So 6 bowl games, you gave out a nugget on 6 bowl games, all 6 winners.
All 6 winners.
I mean, I know why people watch the show.
Now, these ain't minus 400 to win 100.
No.
These are straight up games against the spread, 110 to win 100. Real fucking simple.
Right.
So you guys want to get paid, just listen. And then once you get paid on the nuggets, give us a call so we can show you how to get a golden mountain. Fuck a little nugget. You know what I mean?
Since we're in the college bowl section, let's go ahead and talk about, obviously today, going to be starting here in about 2 hours, the Potato Bowl. Ohio will be taking on Nevada, Reno, in Boise, Idaho today.
Shout out to the Taylor family, speaking of the potatoes. Pops brought the potatoes over again for Thanksgiving.
Absolutely.
Shout out to Abram out there.
Yes. We love our Idaho potato guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's up, Pop? Peace out. The Boise, Idaho, the Potato Bowl today. Ohio taking on Nevada, Reno, the Wolfpack. Nevada's got a couple of 3 starters, defensive starters out in that game. It's really going to hurt. That line went from 7.5 up to like 9.5. It was at 9.5 when we came in. The line went up 1.5 points just in the last 12 hours. But
is that a trap or is that legit?
No, Ohio will probably blow them out. I mean, it looks that way on paper, but that game starts in about 2 hours, so it is what it is.
Game will be playing by the time the podcast.
Yeah, by the time this podcast comes out, the game will be over. So
let's go over some games that won't be over, like the the Armed Forces Bowl tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning, the Armed Forces Bowl. There's one bowl tomorrow, one bowl Monday, and then the Championship Bowl on the 13th. Tomorrow morning in the Armed Forces Bowl, Steve, Tulane -7 against Southern Mississippi. Total on that game is 56.5.
Yeah, well, Southern Miss 1-3 against the spread as dogs.
Correct.
And also against the spread 1-5 in bowl games.
Oh.
So Southern Miss doesn't really get the job done when it comes time to bowl games, for sure.
Southern Miss 1-3 as an underdog against the spread this year. They've only covered once in their last 6 bowl games. Oh, that's ugly.
Not to mention Tulane's 9-4 against the spread in their last 12 games.
Wow.
So
9-4 against the spread against a team that's 1-3 as a dog and 1-5 in their last 6. I guess we'd have to put a lean on Tulane, the Green Wave.
Yeah, no doubt.
Tulane -7 from New Orleans.
Look for a double-digit winner there, guys. Enjoy it. Tulane gets the job done.
No
doubt about it.
The early bird gets the worm Saturday morning with Tulane, the Green Wave, -7. Total 56.5. We got a trend lean on Tulane. That being said, call in this Saturday because we're doing something absolutely crazy. Never been done before in the history of VIP sports. We're doing this to kick off the new year, 2020. As I said, we want everyone to be able to see straight in 2020. We're giving out the entire NFL playoff package, a $2,000 value. We normally charge $19.95. That's $2,000 for our playoff package in the NFL. Playoffs? Did Skip say playoffs? Yes, I did. You're going to get Wildcard weekend. You're going to get next week's conference weekend, and then you're going to get the conference championship weekend, the entire playoff package, the rest of the NFL, $79. Did you hear that, Steve?
Yeah, I heard it.
$79. Call this Saturday, 877-220-6540. Call this Saturday between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. I'm giving you a 5-hour window for this.
I mean, if you guys want to make some fucking money, spend your $79 and let's fucking roll. You know what I mean?
There's 2 playoff games on Saturday, the Bills and the Texans, and the Titans and the Patriots. The first game goes, the Bills and the Texans starts at 1:30 Pacific time this Saturday. You got to call in before that game kicks off. So between 8 a.m. and 1 p.m. Pacific time this Saturday, $79 will get you the entire NFL playoff package. $79. Happy New Year. Merry Christmas. Welcome to 2020. And let's make sure that your bankroll is seeing straight, guys.
See, tell them how much money they can make off this thing right here, Skip. Guy spends $79 for our football package. He bets $500 a game. What does he pick up?
Easily $2,500.
There's nothing else to say. Let's move on to fucking Monday, January 6th.
One more. That's the last bowl game before the championship game.
That's the Alabama Bowl. Like I said, that's the only game left before, I think, the championship's on the 13th, correct?
Yep, there's 2 more bowl games. You got the Armed Forces Bowl tomorrow morning, which we just told you. We got to lean on Tulane -7 when it looks, from a trend standpoint, looks like Tulane -7 solid.
And then the Alabama Bowl, which is Miami of Ohio versus UL Lafayette.
Correct.
The total on that game is 55. UL Lafayette -14, 2 touchdowns. Just so you know, Miami of Ohio 6-3 against the spread this year, 4-4 as underdogs. So they're 50% on covering the spread when they're an underdog.
Right.
UL Lafayette, on the other hand, 9-4 against the spread this year, 16-6-2 against the spread in their last 24 games. So UL Lafayette's definitely been getting it done against the spread and making you money.
Miami, Ohio's got a 67% cover ratio this year. They're 6-3 against the spread their last 9 games overall. But as you mentioned, when they're an underdog, they were 4-4 against the spread.
50%, yeah.
Right. And getting 14 points, that's definitely an underdog. The Raging Cajuns, Louisiana Lafayette, laying 2 touchdowns, 9-4 against the spread this year, and that's a big number.
I was just going to say, is that number too high?
The play on this game might be on the total. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, fair enough. Like I said, guys, you don't always have to bet the side. There's a lot of money in these totals. A 55 total on that game. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, the play on that game might be the total. In fact, it is the total.
It is the total. We're not even going to lie to you.
Give us a call. As a matter of fact, here's what we'll do. You call in this Saturday for the NFL playoff package, $79 for the entire NFL playoff package. And we'll throw in the total on that game Monday night in the Miami, Ohio, Lafayette game, because that will be a big move for us. The over-under on the Alabama Bowl Monday night as a bonus to pad your bankroll. So you'll play Saturday's NFL, Sunday's NFL, the rest of the NFL playoffs, and then as a bonus, just a bonus winner, we'll give you the big total in the Alabama game Monday night. Fair enough?
Well, which should definitely make them enough money to purchase our NHL first periods and college basketball.
Absolutely.
That 79 promotion will make you enough to sign up with us for every motherfucking thing. We'll make you the money to sign up with us. How's that sound?
Let's do it. Let's move into what?
Let's do some NFL preview.
Let's do it.
I mean, real fucking simple. The over in Tampa Bay versus Atlanta. Obviously, blowout fucking winner.
Yeah, that was another game we gave out.
Yeah, no shit.
That was the 7th winner of last week's podcast.
A push in the Detroit versus Green Bay over.
Oh, sorry about that tie.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it is what it is. Some
if
people
we-
actually won.
I mean, if we don't win, we'll tie.
That's a fact. You know, the worst we're going to do is tie. But anyway, let's do some NFL Wildcard weekend. This is going to be a very exciting matchup. We're pleased to welcome a new sponsor, by the way, to our show. The Wildcard Weekend show is sponsored by Goodies Original Popcorn. Direct from the greatest city in the world, Las Vegas, Nevada, Goodies delivers delicious, handcrafted, gluten-free popcorn with high-quality ingredients, mouth-watering flavors, and a simple mission to bring families together. And today, Goodies is offering fans of the VIP Sports Podcast a chance to win an authentic NFL helmet of your favorite team.
Nice.
All you got to do is place an order at goodieslv.com. between now and the Super Bowl Sunday, and you will be automatically entered into the contest. The more orders you make, the more entries you get. So head on over to goodieslv.com today and use the promotional code VIP Sports, all one word, when placing your order. I will announce the winner of the NFL helmet on Instagram Live during the halftime of the Super Bowl. goodieslv.com. Treat yourself or give the gift of delicious popcorn from Vegas this holiday season. Fair enough?
Fair enough. Goodies Popcorn, and that's some good shit, too.
It's really, really good.
And they're good friends of the podcast as well.
That is right.
Goodies Popcorn and good friends.
Like you were saying, we got Saturday, Buffalo, plus 2.5 at Houston with a 43.5 total.
Now, listen, let's make this clear before we start doing this, okay? We're going to go over some trends, a couple of things that look good on paper with these NFL playoffs. We're doing this just out of common courtesy, just to keep the show going along here.
Yeah, because we're getting our money regardless.
When you call in for the NFL playoff promotion, just because it looks one way on paper, a trend looks one way, doesn't necessarily mean that's what we're going to put our money on. So don't think that you're going to listen to what we're about to say.
And then one of the games goes down and you tell us, well, you told us this. I didn't tell you shit. What we did was give you a trend and an opportunity with a promotion to call our office to find out who we're actually playing ourselves.
Invest $79.
Real simple.
Invest a measly $79 and hear it right from our mouth. Get it right from the horse's mouth where we're actually putting our money. Fair enough?
Since the year 2000, the home favorites of 2.5 points or less are 1-9 against the spread on Wildcard weekend. Let me read that again.
Wow.
Since 2000, the last 20 years, the home favorite of 2.5 points or less are 1-9 against the spread on Wildcard weekend.
So that would be...
So on paper, it doesn't look good for Buffalo.
It doesn't look good for Houston.
Or Houston, excuse me. Buffalo is plus 2.5.
Yeah, the home favorites of 2.5.
Correct. My bad.
A home favorite of 2.5 or less.
Correct.
Is 1-9 against the spread on Wildcard, and Houston is minus 2.5.
Correct. So it doesn't look good for fucking Houston, huh?
Wow.
Buffalo gets that job done. What do you think? Who wins that game, Skip?
1-9. Like I said, I'm not giving out too much here because this is my bread and butter right now.
Yeah, I got you.
I mean, this is this is the NFL playoff wild card weekend.
I mean, this is pretty much it before we grind for March Madness through that college basketball.
I'll tell you exactly where my money is and his money is for $79 for the rest of the NFL playoffs. If you can't invest $79 to find out where the #1 sports consultant and one of the most feared sports bettors in the world is putting his money during the NFL playoffs, then you shouldn't be gambling. So I mean, by all means, call in and invest $79 and make some damn money and start 2020 out on the right foot.
Yeah, with a big bang. So the home favorites are 1-9, and Houston is favorite. Since the year 2000 also, all favorites, not just being at home, all favorites of 2.5 points or less are 2-14 against the spread. It's a pretty big trend, bro.
Well, yeah, that sure is.
So, like I said, on paper, looks like Houston all day, but you better be careful.
Looks like Houston's in trouble all day.
Correct.
Minus 2.5 at home.
Correct.
A 1-9 spread trend wild card weekend, and a 2-14 spread trend. All favorites. Wow.
I don't see Buffalo pounding them. This trend might not mean nothing.
Well, hey, it's just a trend. I mean, it's a 20-year trend.
Yeah.
You got a track record of about 16 games and 10 playoff games. So, out of the 10 wild card weekend games that have fit this category, 10 times in the last 20 years during wild card weekend, there's been a home team laying 2.5 or less, and they've only covered once. That's what this trend is saying.
And it says all favorites that are 2.5 points or less are 2-14.
Correct.
So it's a trend definitely for Buffalo. So we'll see. Buffalo's 12-3 to the under in its last 15 road games.
Right.
So you might want to be looking at a total on this game as well. Houston is 4-1 to the under in its last 5 games against Buffalo. So the last 5 times they played, 4-1 to the under. Buffalo's 12-3 to the under in its last 15 road games. Now, Houston 7-2 to the under in its last 9 games as a favorite. Ooh. So I mean, it's a big time trend here to the under, Skip.
Once again, just a trend.
You want to call us? We'll tell you who we're betting on our own.
Just a trend. We're here to give you the facts. That's all.
Let's move on to Tennessee and New England. What do we have on that?
Tennessee and New England. Well, the line on this game, Steve, is 5. Patriots at home, -5. Total on the game is 44.5, depending on where you're shopping. okay? New England finished with the #1 ranked defense in the NFL. That's kind of surprising, actually.
It really is, to be honest with you.
#1 ranked defense in the NFL. They gave up shit for points all year.
Yeah, but also Tennessee is much improved since changing quarterbacks.
Tannehill has been the highest ranked quarterback, the highest rated quarterback since what? Week 7, Paparazzi? Yeah.
Well, you think Belichick will figure out a way to slow down the NFL's leading rusher, Derrick Henry?
Well, you got the leading rusher, Derrick Henry. You got the #1 rated quarterback since Week 7, Tannehill.
Going against the #1 defense.
Yeah, what a change of scenery. But listen, something's going to have to give, okay? It's hard to go against Belichick and Brady at home, especially in the postseason. However, the #5 is a tricky number in the NFL. I'll just leave it at that.
Well, here's a stat. 2017, after a huge day in the first round, New England held Derrick Henry to just 28 yards on 12 carries. That was 2017.
Yeah, that was 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's a little bit different now. You know what I mean? Here's some trends, guys. New England 6-1 against the spread in their last 7 games played in January.
Well, we all know that. New England's a fucking beast in the postseason, and 6-1 against the spread in the month of January. Is this the year that Belichick and Brady fade away, or is this the year that they just keep the train rolling?
And then fade away. They win another Super Bowl.
Listen, we all know Brady and Belichick win in January.
Well,
they don't just win, they cover.
Answer this question.
And the bottom line is, all their games are always fucking at home.
Patriots winning the Super Bowl, yes or no?
No.
I agree.
No.
I agree. Tennessee 5-2 against the spread in their last 7 games overall. So, you know, these stats you got to look at very carefully, read between the lines, guys. Like I said, when it comes down to playoffs, a lot of these stats go out the door, as you know, Skip.
Playoffs?
Here's a total. New England's 4-1 to the over in its last 5 games overall. Tennessee is 9-1 to the over in its last 10 games overall.
Oof.
So on paper, you're looking at an over there. Like you said, the #5 is a tricky number.
It sure is. And both of these games on Saturday, total sitting right around 44, 44.5. So be careful, guys. Once again, give us a call because to guess is cheap. Listen to me. To guess doesn't cost any money. It's cheap to guess. However, when you guess wrong, it becomes very expensive. It's as simple as that.
Cheap things aren't good and good things aren't cheap. We've said that a million times. Not to mention, you need to manage your account. Guys, the formula for sports betting is money management and discipline.
Correct.
Betting 1 game a day, not every day, and betting the same amount of money on every game. You can't just run to the sports book wild because you're excited. You have a day off. Your wife allowed you a pass to go play with your buddies for a while, and you just bet whatever you want. If you're going to take your hard-earned money and bet, why don't you fucking bet to win, not just for entertainment purposes only? We do this as a business, not for fun. It's how I put my kids through college. This is how I take care of my family, and you should do the same.
Amen to that, brother. Let's take a little break. I got to piss.
You want to take a break or just knock it through?
No, let's take a break right now, and then we'll come back and do Sunday's NFL and some hockey total and some college basketball.
You heard what he said. Come back after the break. We'll give you some more NFL. You do like making money, correct? I'm Steve Stevens. I'm the one that tells you who to bet. I'm not a bookie. I'm the Bookie Killer. Whether you're here in town on business or to flat out gamble, don't forget, sports betting is a multi-billion-dollar industry and you deserve your fair share. Call 877-220-6540 or go to VIPSportsLasVegas.com, mention this ad, and get a $500 personal play absolutely free. See you in the winner's circle. You feeling a little bit better now, bro? Did you release?
Man, yeah.
All right, you're supposed to piss before the podcast. I was trying to go all the way through it.
This fucking coffee runs down my leg. If it starts coming out the other hole, we'll have a problem.
Oh, then you're fucked. See, that's one thing about me, man. I don't drink no coffee. I don't drink none of that shit. I wake up in the morning ready to fucking roll.
Give me this fucking ball, dude.
Anyway.
Put me on the fucking one right now.
Let's go get that fucking money. Paint your face, get in the game. That's one thing about us. We got to put a uniform on, paint our face, and get in the game to get you the fucking money. That's what we're willing to do, ladies and gentlemen.
Put me on the fucking one right now.
Let's talk about Sunday's game, Skip. Minnesota at New Orleans. What do we got for that matchup?
Minnesota and New Orleans. Down in the city of New Orleans.
Which, by the way, is the team that I picked to win the Super Bowl.
You did.
And New Orleans Saints.
And I picked Seattle. That was before all their running backs went out. My foreshadowing, saw Seattle. I had Seattle winning it all this year. I can't change up just because we got a couple injuries. I'm going to stick with Seattle.
Well, you better be a groundhog and go back in your hole then, because that shadow you saw wasn't legit.
Well, it sucks because they got to go to Philly this opening wild card weekend. So, I obviously have a vested interest in the Eagles. So, I'm in a tough spot this weekend, that's for sure.
Here's some trends on that game, guys. New Orleans 4-1 against the spread in their last 5 games overall, but you got to be very careful. Minnesota's 5-1 against their spread in their last 6 games on the road against the Saints. Minnesota matches up with New Orleans very, very well. Minnesota has only lost by more than 7 points on the road once all year long.
Minnesota has only lost by more than 7 points
Once.
on the road, only once.
The entire year. They're on the road getting 8 points. You got to be careful on this fucking game, guys. However, New Orleans is in a fucking zone right now. Our boy over there is just breaking record after record. Drew Brees is an absolute superstar beast.
Monster.
And is retiring as one of the best to ever play the game for sure. Anyway, Minnesota, like I told you, 5-1 against the spread in their last 6 games on the road. And Minnesota's only lost by more than 7 on the road once the entire year.
Yeah, 5-1 against the spread in New Orleans.
Now let's check this out on the total.
Wow.
Minnesota's 5-0 to the over in their last 5 road games. The over is 8-3 the last 11 times these teams have played. Seattle, Philly, we'll get to that in a second. What do you think about this total here? I mean, 5-0 to the over in their last 5 road games, 8-3 in the last 11 games over the last time these teams have played. On paper, this is an absolute over.
Saints minus 7.5. Total 49.5. Why is it not 51? Why is it not 52?
I don't know.
I
Like I said,
hey, inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, they sure do.
Like you always say.
I was about to spit it out, but spend that $79 and you'll find out.
There you
Real
go.
fucking simple.
There you go.
So let's move on to the Seattle.
I'm just going to say this. 49.5 is the biggest fucking trap number on a total
Agreed.
that you ever want to fucking see.
Agreed.
Okay? It's just a half a point more than 7 touchdowns. And they don't put out that 50 number, because once you put a 5 there, starts looking pretty big. 51, 52.
49.5.
Those are usually college totals. 52, 54.
7 touchdowns and a field goal will get the job done.
What they're saying is, will they score 50 or won't they score 50? Everybody knows, and we just told you, the Vikings are 5-0 to the over on the road. Last 5 road games. Last 11 times these two teams have played, 8 of those 11 games have gone over. The odds makers could be trapping you. Be careful. Give us a call. It might just be free money. It might be a trap. To guess is cheap. If you guess wrong, it'll be expensive. Invest the $79. Don't be a fool. Don't be cheap. It's 2020. Start seeing straight, people.
Let's go over some trends about this game. Seattle's 5-0 against the spread in their last 5 games on the road against Philly, by the way.
Now we're into the Eagles game.
But you got to be careful. Here's another stat since 2000. Since 2000, underdogs of 2.5 points or less are 14-2 against the spread on Wildcard weekend. Did you hear me?
No, read that one again.
Since 2000, underdogs of a 2.5 point or less are 14-2 against the spread on Wildcard weekend.
Yeah, that's similar to the stat we just read earlier.
With Buffalo.
Yeah, with a team, the favorite minus 2.5 or less on wild card weekends, 1-9. So, of course, the dog is 14-2. Wow. So, there you go. When they trick you with a 2.5, less than 3, I just said 49.5 is a trick number on a total, right?
Exactly.
It's a trap number. Well, there's no bigger trap than 2.5 or 6.5 on a side. Okay, will they win by a field goal or more? 2.5. If the team's that good, then put the fucking 3 out there. Put the 4 out there, right?
Yeah, I would.
It's a trap number, 2.5. It's always been a trap number. 6.5, same thing. Are they good enough to win by a touchdown?
My inquiring minds want to know.
Give
Guys,
us a
I got,
call.
I got another poll question for you. Should I start smoking marijuana again on the podcast?
Oh, well, Christ,
yes or no?
You know what they're going to say.
Well, like I said, that's the only thing I'm doing right now. I'm not drinking, not doing anything else for the new year, but I am going to indulge in a little marijuana. Do you guys want to see a couple men in here talk sports while I smoke marijuana?
Oh,
yes or no?
God.
Put a comment in to let me know.
Oh, my God.
Because the reason why I stopped talking about weed and smoking marijuana is because, we were attracting the, high-end clients, guys that don't want to see me smoke marijuana, and really hasn't happened. Really hasn't benefited us none at all. So might as well just be me throughout the whole podcast. I know you don't like smelling it, but
I'm not saying a word.
All right, bud. Then let's move on over to college basketball against the spread streaks. This is going to be very quick. We've done all the work for you. All you need to do is grab your pen and a piece of paper and write this shit down. These are college basketball against the spread streaks. UC Davis, write that down, 8 straight.
Wow.
8 straight wins against the spread. Alabama, 6 straight wins against the spread.
Roll Tide, roll.
Alabama A&M, 6 straight wins against the spread. Florida A&M, 6 straight wins against the spread. And last but not least, North Texas, 6 straight games against the spread.
The Mean Green. North Texas.
NHL first period overs, guys. We tell you all the time about trends that you can't find anywhere else. Colorado, 28-12, 17-4 on the road.
Wow.
Edmonton, 29-13, 8-2 in their last 10 games. Kings, 27-15. Hurricanes, 25-15. Coyotes, 8-2 in their last 10 games. These are NHL first period overs.
That is some serious trend right there.
Well, we've been telling you about these NHL overs, and they're real. Colorado, Edmonton, the Kings, Hurricanes, and Coyotes, all are first period over. Get that money.
You play the Avalanche on the road, first period over, you're 17-4. And if I'm not mistaken, we've been telling you about Colorado overs
Since beginning of the season.
for the last 2 months.
Period. So, guys, if you want information that's actually going to get you paid, you got to stay focused. When we give you the opportunity to call the office and spend less than a $100 bill to work with us for the rest of the NFL and get the college game of the year, I don't know what else you want us to do. We want to bring you guys involved in our service so we can help you win. Everybody needs a second income. Even though there's money to be made in the stock market right now, with all this high alert shit and all this war talk, I don't know how long that's going to last.
Listen, be careful.
Sports betting's not going anywhere. So if you want a no-nonsense investment where you can make a second income, buy your family the things that they need. See, we don't want you to watch the games like a degenerate. We don't want you to check your phone. You got to treat this as a business. As long as you win more than you lose, that's all that fucking matters. Let us make you a second income and let us take care of you. Skip, you want to say anything else about the promotion or anything for these people to get money in this 2020?
God bless America, and God bless our troops, and let's hope this shit doesn't escalate, and Donald Trump, keep this shit fucking in check, please. I don't know what else to say. I got goosebumps right now. I know a lot of people in the military. I come from a military family. I'm a little shook up right now, Steve. God bless America, and God bless our troops, and let's just hope we're all safe and keep fighting a good fight. That's all I got to say.
You couldn't have said it any better. I agree. We support the military 110%. We appreciate you guys doing your job, allowing Skip and I to be having fun, making people money, doing our sports betting, and more importantly, taking over the business. I am the #1 sports consultant documented in the fucking world. Men lie, women lie, results don't. You want to win, you want to get paid, 877-220-6540, and like Skip said, we'll put your bookie on high alert. On behalf of VIP Sports and myself, we love you. Have a beautiful 2020, and let's go make more money than you've ever imagined. Remember, in every phone call, somebody gets sold. Let's make sure it isn't fucking you. Okay? There's a lot of bullshit out there right now. If you want a no-nonsense service, a guy that's going to go to bat for you, work his ass off for you to make sure that you win, he is I, and I am him. And remember, don't let the players be the only ones that get paid this season. We love you. See you next week. I'm out.
If money talks, then I got a lot to say. I'm on the grind trying to make $100,000 a day. We play with big cash and we blowing money fast. Riding in a plush Benz trunk full of money bags. I need a G for every light bulb on the Vegas Strip. Naked bitches in my mansion dancing to some player shit. Made a grip on the grind, but I started out with nothing. Dealt me a bad hand, but I still won bluffing. I'm Steve Stevens. I make G's when I'm sleeping. Some coward shot me up 'cause they ain't want to see me breathing. Nice try, but my bosses never die. Fresh out the hospital, stitched up, getting high. In the game that I pick, believe me, it's a winner. What I know could get you rich, 'cause all I pick is winners. I ain't perfect, I'm a sinner. All about making wages. We love to gamble out here. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks. Money talks. Money talks. If you bout to talk paper, money talks. Money talks. Money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas. Money talks. Money talks. Money talks. If you bout it, talk paper. Money talks. Money talks. Money talks. Welcome to Las Vegas. Me and Steve talk money, cause that's what real homies do. My daughter be counting money already, she only 2. From the corner to your TV, CNBC's the network. I'm trying to up my net worth. Me and Steve talk money, cause